Hey everyone, how's it going? It is Either Way Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. It was a sports day for me. I wound up watching the Jets are still completely defeated, like 0-7, so that's unfortunate. Chavez, why are you talking about sports? Because yeah, it's a decent part of my life, and always was. And David Yu had kind of talked about them in a roundabout way. What do you mean? It's probably going to be on this thumbnail. Watt Mamus yesterday said he's got game, talking about the Patini blockchain and Ohtani. Ohtani is like the Babe Ruth of our era. A fantastic, fantastic pitcher, a fantastic hitter, fielder, just all around, just amazing dude. Has insane stats. And kind of like the Michael Jordan of like baseball, like the Mike Tyson of baseball. Tiger was like, pick any amazing black athlete in the 90s and 2000s. And that is what Ohtani is. And David Yu said GOAT. Now, is this just because David Yu is just a fan? Well, yeah. I mean, he posted on his story the other day, Street Fighter. And people were like, oh, is this what the S means? You know, before we knew it was City Sewer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it was like, he did not wait for that 24-hour thing before he deleted it. He's like, oh, God, people are speculating. Let me take this off of Instagram. David's just a fan of many different things. So most likely he just happens to know who Ohtani is, and he's like, oh yeah, I know this dude, GOAT. And he might actually know him. I've seen pictures with him and 50 Cent. I think he had a letter from Kamala Harris a couple years back when she was vice president. He just, how deep and wide his network goes, it almost knows no bounds. Probably get on the phone with relatively anyone that he wants to. I know, because I know. So maybe he's just met Ohtani. Maybe they're friends. Maybe he's just a fan. Or maybe we're somehow going to get into these type of trading cards. I mean, he did take a picture with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Magic the Gathering set at New York Comic Con. Now, maybe that's because he likes Ninja Turtles. Maybe that's because he likes Magic the Gathering. Maybe it's because he sells them in his shops. Probably a combination of all three. He has to know that everything he does is looked at under a microscope by both the CEOs of every company and executive that he works with, and also just the community. So for this, I'm just going to say that, yeah, he's probably just a fan. But having said that, sports is something we've kind of wanted to break into for a long time. And yeah, we've had some boxers on here. We even have Josh Emmett on here, and we'll probably get some other athletes on there, but sports is very hard to get into. Now, apparently, people are going, I don't want to say ham on it, but they're known throughout other collectors that I guess people are collecting some of these sports NFTs on the Panini blockchain. Now, when I think sports, there's two things that come to mind. There's Dapper Labs, because they have UFC Strike, they have NFL All Day, and obviously what kind of kicked off the NFT bull market last time was NBA Top Shots. And they're still out there. They're still doing their thing. Now, their actual token, the Flow token, I actually haven't taken a look at in a while, so I do want to do this so you guys get my live reaction here. Flow, type it in. They're at 27 cents. They were at, like, I think 10 cents at one point, maybe? Or maybe they weren't. Maybe I'm tripping. But either way, they're at 27 cents right now. And that market cap for them is $444 million market cap with 6.2 million in volume. OMI has about 70% of that volume, and we're like 10% of that. It's like 50 million. We're less than a $50 million market cap right now. But we make a lot more money. Like, we make a lot more money than Dapper Labs does, because I don't see anyone making content on NBA Top Shots right now, NFL All Day, UFC Strike. So if we go with other platforms that are kind of in that sports area, or just the digital collectible area, you have Dapper Labs, you have the Flow token, and they're not making as much. And again, we're like 10% of their market cap. And we should be at least on par with them, if not much, much higher. We will be at some point. But then what was the other one that we had? Well, it was Autograph. It was IO, and Lori Brenner did with the Queen's Court. She did marvelous research on that. She did marvelous shows on it. And what happened? They had some of the best, like the GOATs. They had Simone Biles, they had Tony Hawk, they had Tom Brady, they had Gronk. They had a lot of still culturally relevant people at the time that everybody knew and loved, and they had them. And it didn't do well at all. And that, oh God, that was when you just knew that, okay, and I've been saying it since 2021, that VeVe's won the decade, but nobody else can do it like David can. Nobody can do it like VeVe can do it. And if I were David, it doesn't seem like people are ready for that type of thing. Yeah, other platforms that had made a ton of money last bull market have used that money and they're still existing. That doesn't mean that they're thriving. Most are not. Most are down or going down. And outside of, again, Dapper Labs, which they had to pay like, I don't know how many multi-millions of dollars for that SEC lawsuit because they had a closed ecosystem. And that was kind of the whole reason that Stacker was made, to kind of avoid that. And now it doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, a lot of other sports places have kind of failed. Again, Panini that people are collecting right now, that seems to be making at least a little bit of money. At least you have people like showing up like, hey, look what I got on Panini. I haven't seen anyone do that on UFC Strike or NFL All Day for a while. I think NBA Top Shots I see every now and then. I can't tell you where they are or where they're from, but I have heard people talk about them at least the last couple months. Panini, I haven't. Watt Mammoth is the first person that I saw this. And David showing a little love, again, that might just be to Otani, but is that a nod to Panini? Is that a nod to David just getting into sports cards with us? Or the TCG in general? Again, he did take a picture with the TMNT, Magic the Gathering, and that's a heck of a... I mean, that's one of the only successful TCGs out there. There aren't many. I remember when everyone's like, Chavez, you got to invest in MetaZoo. You got to go to MetaZoo. And I told them no because I didn't see really a big future for it. And guess what? They went out of business. And why? It's not because they didn't have hype and it's not because they weren't cool. It's that TCGs are almost impossible to make. And I don't even mean to be just made, but to catch on. Outside of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic the Gathering, name me other trading card games that people know and like and are popular. Like I don't think that, if there are, they're not coming to mind right now. I don't. Digimon might have had something. I don't know. I can't tell you. I never played a Digimon game. I watched the show a bit and that was fine, but you know, it's very hard to make a successful trading card game. And even when Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket came out, one, they had to be very innovative with that because the old games, depending on how many prizes you got, used to take a long time and people's attention spans are not that great anymore. So they made it super quick. And everyone was playing that when it came out. And now they're not. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still probably making millions per month, but you know, now it's like, oh, okay, a fraction of the people that I knew that were playing it still play it. I haven't touched it in a while. And I think I'm still paying like $10 a month for it to get like 4 packs a day instead of 2, you know, whatever. Anyway, guys, I'm just wanted to throw out this video speculation here. I think right now it would probably be better to try to focus a little bit more on OMI than it would be to bring a TCG in there, unless the TCG is something like Magic the Gathering, in which case, great. Again, trading cards are cool. Like, hey, I have all of these. That's fun. That's fine. But if it's an actual game, then, you know, that's a horse of a different color. Anyway, as far as OMI goes, once OMI rises, a lot of stuff on VeVe will. Once VeVe rises, OMI will. Again, what's going to come first? I have zero idea. All I know is within the next 4 days, I'm going to get a little bit more OMI. I don't know how much, but it depends on what OMI's price is. Right now we're like 1.7 something. We could go up to 3.5. We can go down to 1.2. Anywhere in between. I have no idea. All I know is I'm going to get a little bit more, and maybe a little bit more other stuff as well. daCat, DEVVE, Definity, etc. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Comment down below what you think that means. Him commenting the GOAT. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. And everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Love you guys. Meow.